took the exemption, that it was about 15 cents per thousand was what the expense was on it. All right, so non-exempt. This is what all, the non-exempt is people that have rentals, who have businesses in the village district. They do not get the exemption, so they pay for the bulk of the budget. So, yes.
Also included in that are some private residents who feel that they are benefiting by these.
That's correct, yes, so some people pay the full.
And they choose to pay it. It isn't that they avoid it, but they choose to pay it.
Right, that's
so
correct.
That's the businesses, the rentals, and those people who feel that they do benefit from what the precinct does do for the village, and they go along with it.
That's correct, thank you, Richard.
The businesses have to pay.
Businesses have to pay. He's talking about.
The rentals have to pay.
But there's people that pay it that don't go for the
I'd
exemption.
like to find one. I haven't done so yet.
Oh, they're there.
I do.
You can find them.
I do. I don't have any rentals, but I pay.
Right there.
You do?
Yes.
Oh, that's very good. That's very nice of you.
And he's not alone.
And I'm
He's not alone. Okay, so we're gonna go to the non-exempt.
One question.
Sure.
Do you know what the legal, what did you pay in 2010 for legal? Do you know for this?
I don't. We actually went way over in 2010.
Alright.
It was probably closer to that. But I think it's more than the 12, wasn't it? Yeah. We had a lot of expenses. Okay, so advertising. We had a budget of 145. We spent 138,420. Again, we budgeted at 145. I personally think we got to spend as much as possible on advertising. We got to spend money to make money. So to me, I want to keep it at that level. I'd like to see it higher, but we always need to try to keep the budget at a pretty steady figure. Seacoast Entertainment. This is the entertainment that we do with all the concerts. The Idol. Last year we had a total of $105,000 because we had to budgeted because we had to put in for the temporary stage. That went over budget because of Hurricane Irene. We had to take the stage down and put it back up. This year, instead of being the 105, because we don't have the stage, we're at 97,000. Fireworks, we were budgeted at 61. We ended up at 58. It was going up, but we have I think we have an extra shoot this year. Is that correct? We have 16 shoots this year, and the new company that you just heard from earlier came in at a lower bid and are going to give us more bang for the buck at 61,000. So we kept that the same. Sand sculptures were budgeted at 56.5. We went a little over, 57,155, and the total came to 59,999 this year. We have a new item with security. We're going to have the sand sculptures up for an additional 8 days, I believe, 9 days.
Yeah.
So they're going to be up until the 9th of July.
So the viewing until July 8th.
Viewing to the 8th, so don't come and look at them on the 9th. They're coming down on the 9th. This is what every year we say the day it's coming down, and every year we have some people upset. So viewing till the 8th. All right, I'm sorry, John, you're right. And then they yell at John, they yell at me, Gary, Maureen, so don't yell at us, the 8th. We put something in, they're going back to the original site. It was much better because there's a lot more room and it's better viewing space as well. So we're kind of excited about that.
Mr. Grady and I spent 2 hours up there today.
Oh yeah. I could see it from my front porch, so I liked it where it was. I understand it's better on the other side. And we put in an amount of money for a sponsors contractor. This will be an independent contractor who is going to go out and try to get sponsors for us. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean we're going to spend $3,000, but we're going to give them a commission only, so every sponsor that they get, they will get a commission on that. All right, so you can't not put it in your budget. Whether you spend it or not, it has to be into the budget, so that's why that's there. So that's an additional 3,000, but we're hoping that's going to bring in the revenue end, 30,000. Right? You know, we really don't know what figure we're at, so that's why the 3,000 is in there. We have, last year at the our annual meeting, what? Go ahead, Richard.
If you wanted to ask questions.
Yeah, no, let me finish this section like I did the last one,
I'm still in this section.
and then we can talk about the whole section.
Oh, all right.
Will that work easier?
Well,
Just like the annual meeting.
either way.
All right. Last year at our annual meeting, we had a budget for 24,000
What are we on now?
the coordinator,
Yes.
and it was very close. It got voted down, but there was a lot of interest in it, a full-time position as some type of coordinator. So instead of and before that, we had a budget of 5,000, which was a very part-time position. So instead of trying to put in a full-time year-round position at $24,000, we decided to up the 5 to 10, which is still less than half, and get a more permanent part-time position where we can have someone working at an earlier state trying to get a lot of the activities put together. So they're an activities facilitator. So we put that in at 10,000. So that's 5,000 up from the coordinator, but it's 14,000 less than the coordinator that was proposed last year. So this year, hopefully it'll get passed. If it doesn't, then we'll either go back to the 5 or we can eliminate it completely. Children's Week was up to 10,000 last year. We gave the chamber 10,000. They ran the show. They did a great job. It was better than ever, so we kept it the same. Then we've changed, instead of breaking down things, we have movie night and other events and activities. That was at 5,000. It's just reworded the column, just so we can, if we get a great idea, we can figure out where we're going to put it. So that's the same. Oh, that was 5,000. Oh, wait a second, I'm sorry. That was 5,000, and we kept it the same at 5,000. Beautification project and banners was 10,500. We spent 9,813. This year we bought the banners. 2011 we bought the banners, so it was dropped from 10,500 to 10,000. The chamber, they get we help support the chamber by helping to send out their brochures, our brochures, I should say, and office support. When people call into the chamber, they ask about a lot of what we do and how we do things. That was 5,000. We've upped that to 7,000. And then for the Hampton Beach Area Commission, for the secretary, we put in $250 last year, and we have it again this year, $250. So does anybody want to talk on the non-exempt taxation, cultural, recreation, and advertising?
I have a question about the 250 for the Hampton Beach Area Commission. What is that?
That goes to the secretary, so we can get minutes sent to us every month. The minutes that you get, you actually have in your budget the same.
Do we?
Yeah. No, I'm sorry. The Chamber of Commerce has in their budget.
Okay.
The same.